Hello. We're back. It's that time of the week, arguably the greatest day of the week, except for maybe this week, because Monday was more insane. But it is Thursday Night Thunder, as per tradition. And it's quite an interesting one, obviously. Well, naturally, because it's the Season 4 finale. We're going to be doing Phoenix, Rockingham, and Homestead. And I'm always eager to see what happens. We're in pretty good shape. I mean, we're going to have to literally choke on a galactic scale to throw away the championship. But as long as we just finish top 10, 15 even, we should be fine. So, it's more or less just not doing something stupid or DNFing myself. So, there is a little bit of stakes on the line. Speaking about stakes, I have not had one in a long time. I don't want to get hungry on stream, but yeah. So, it's been an interesting 24 hours for myself. I look more blue than usual, which is not right. There we go. I need a little more red. But hello, chat. Hello, Christian, Brain Taylor, Andrea, Lord, Phantom, Jonathan Evans. My name is John. Hello. Homestead Miami Speedway is your hometown track. That's pretty cool. I'm glad to hear. So you must live in the Florida area then. So, by association, Daytona would be like your state track as well. That's neat. Championship at stake today. Yes, I agree. Got your car on standby. That's good. Let's see. It's time for season finale. So yeah, that's what's going on today. What up? Hello. Hi, Elite. Big fan. Welcome back. It's been a wild 24 hours. Oh my god. So where do we begin? I forgot to put on my race socks. It's a tradition. So yeah, 24 hours. The frickin'... You forgot to put race 34. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's the finale. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, last 24 hours was absolutely insane. We had like 25-mile-an-hour winds. The power flickered here 15 times, I think. And it flickered so much that my lamp light bulb just died. Because of the flickering, it short-circuited my bulb, I think. It also happened to the lamp out in the hallway. So I don't think it's me imagining things. The flickering of the power happened so much, and most of this happened when I was sleeping. But it did something to my light bulb, which is weird. So luckily I had a new one, or I already had one at home. So we're good. Obviously, if I didn't have that, it would look like this. So the lighting helps balance out everything, because I got lights on this side and light on that side, so we're good. I should throw that away, but I wanted to keep that for reference sake. So yeah, so that was wild. And also going into work, I wasn't able. I usually shower before I go to work, and I couldn't do that because the power went off. I was literally, what I usually do, I wake up, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, mouthwash, and then after that, I get in the shower. As I brushed my teeth, the power went off, and I was so upset because I was about to go in. I guess it was probably better that it happened before instead of during, because that would have been like awkward. But yes, that was unfortunate. So I had to go to work for not getting a shower, and that bothers me. I really need that shower to just have that type of motivation, power through the day. So that sucked. And the power was only off for, I think it came back on like an hour and a half after I left. So that was something. And the winds were wild. It was swinging my car all over. There's trees knocked over. There's freaking tree crumbs on the freaking road. Pine needles everywhere. PP&L trucks. All types of... It was wild. 2 roads were closed. It was an absolute disaster. And apparently there's like a arborvitae tree that's like down in our yard, which I didn't even know happened. I don't know where that is. Oh god. Holy shit. I stepped on my cord. I don't know if my face cam can show it. I could probably take a picture. Actually, that'd be a better idea. I could take a picture and then I can show it on my Discord, or at least through here. I did not see that when I came home. Well, it was like dark out, so I probably would not see it. But oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, that is freaking what? That's wild. I was just told about that today. So, yeah, a tree is down. We got big problems. So that is what is going on right now. Yeah, we had bad winds, and that happened. So rip in peace, tree. So it was nuts. I'm just I don't know what to really say other than it was freaking it was crazy. You live in Miami. The 305 Homestead, my favorite. Oh, that's cool. It was early morning, starting to woke me up at 5 a.m. Oh god, yeah, it was ugly. I'm glad I have power today. I'm glad everything seems to be functional. But good lord, it was wild. So I'm just yeah. And I was able to get a shower and all that. So we're all good. We're all functional again. But yeah. I don't know if there's a whole lot else to really show or discuss. That was really all that went on. Obviously, after freaking Monday stream, I think looking at my stats on my YouTube channel for like live streams, that Thunder or I could bring it up here. So this is my live stream history, and this is like my most popular one. So the 4,000 laps of Richmond thing I did on Monday, it ended up being my 4th most popular stream ever. And it even surpassed midnight release of Heat 4. Even midnight release of Ignition. Sleeping through the Daytona 500. It surpassed a lot of legendary moments. So yeah, I would consider that, I guess, a big deal. Also, another thing I noticed. Why is this 11 hours and 54 minutes when I remember I finished streaming, it ended at like 12 hours, 10 minutes? So where's the other 16 minutes? Did I have like buffering throughout that I wasn't aware of? Where did 16 minutes of this stream go? I don't know. I'm more confused on that. I think that we had like a slight buffer at some point, but it wasn't 16 minutes worth. So, not 16 minutes. It was like 12 hours and 10, so... Yeah, it was 16 minutes. So I don't know what happened to that. That's just strange. But yeah, it's 4th. And it's currently on route of potentially surpassing the Heat 5 midnight release. So that's kind of surreal. Never thought I would see those numbers. But I'm humbled by that. Even surpassed the Thunder 2000 mod reveal. But yeah. What is this freaking tab I have open? Is this something bad? Did I just like cancel myself? Hold on. Oh, it's a Toby Keith song. Never mind. Okay, that answers my own question. That's not how it is off the Unleashed album. Okay. I done gooped on that. Yeah, let's get into it. Thunder 04 time. Obviously, we don't need this robe anymore. This is like pre-stream robe me, and then we have to like get all hardcore badass here and take this off. Can I freaking get this off properly? My simping for Truex is still ongoing after last week's basically a tragedy on the level of 9/11. That's fucked up. I'm not doing that. God damn. We're ready. I'm fanboyed out. Unless I get some, like, wild, like, donation, maybe I'll put on the Alan Quick thing. But I'm not gonna... I guess that'll be a stream goal of sorts. Not really, but... Yeah. Only 15 minutes of pre-stream. I know. They're not. Oh, I guess technically 10 if you factor out like the 5 minutes of the intro music section. But well, yeah, I'm just impressed that freaking that stream left me exhausted the next day. At the end of that, I had bloodshot eyes and everything. It was just, it was nasty. The fact I was actually going to be able to go double that length, which I honestly was going to. I absolutely tired myself out so much right at the end because I was thinking in the back of my head that timer was going to end it. So I just kind of like exerted like the next extra 10 hours I was saving into this 10-minute span, and it was bonkers. But before we actually get into it, I forgot to freaking do it with the freaking damn Monday stream. It is, hold on, where is it? My channel members, thank you for supporting the channel. This went down a lot because the 1 month thing went up, or went down, so it went from like 50 to, I think it's 27 plus the 4 Patreon. So technically 31 here on this list. Thank you nonetheless. I'm always happy about that. And I'm quite humbled and honored that it even got up to that high of a number at one point. But thank you. I really appreciate it. So you'll probably see the outdated one in the Thunder 03 stuff, because I record a lot of those in advance, so a lot of the older ones will still be there. But this is like the most absolute recent up to date. And obviously, my big giant face right above me, watching, keeping an eye on everyone, making sure they're in line. We got to keep the Nectarine Club in strong standing. For Michael, 2 scoops of Raisin Bran for his sake. So, yeah. So thank you as always. And with that, we're going to get into this. So, with Under 04, obviously, last race we were at Atlanta. Ryan Newman DNF'd, blew up. So we have a big point lead. That is, I'm going to say right now, probably saved us of this championship, because we gained like 140 points, or 150, or not 150, but like 140, because we won. Newman got last, so we pretty much got max points on him. We had about a 50-point lead prior to that race, so we gained a lot. So it's a big point gap. Going into Phoenix and Rockingham, I did a lot of practicing, and Homestead as well, last night, just to kind of get a feel for it. And those Phoenix and Rockingham are shockingly a lot harder than I really remembered, so we're going to probably lose points. So we're going to bleed a lot of points here. That's if Ryan Newman wins and pretty much maxes points out and we get like 10th, but I guess we'll see. But it is going to be really freaking difficult. I was checking like my previous streams at Rockingham, and my lap times are like maybe a 10th better, but my car rating then earlier in the year was an 83. This is definitely almost 8 or 9 points better than that, so I'm kind of surprised that it's that much harder. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. So we're going to be really thankful we have this big point lead, because Newman's going to close in. Dale Jr. is still pretty much a race, more than a race out of it, but if he just starts, knocking out wins, then he could close in quickly. But we're going to have to DNF or do something absolutely stupid to throw away this championship. But as of right now, we're pretty comfortable, but we still got to go all out. The battle for 10th continues to be more insane. Kurt Busch, Matt Kent, and Jimmy Johnson, all within 18 points of 10th place, which is a big deal, because back then they would go to the banquet and be part of the top 10 in points, people at the banquet thing. And I want that to happen for my Kurt, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just got this weird feeling. Kenteth and Jimmy, I think, are just too consistent. Unless Kurt in these runs just is abnormally fast. But, yeah. Will you do this simulation to get a 100 car? Probably not. Just because it'll just take a lot of time to do. And I really don't see myself doing another season of this unless it's like a year or two down the road or something. Because I've kind of exhausted this series down so much. So I don't really see myself coming back to this, at least anytime soon. And that 100 car rating, it'll still probably take multiple seasons to get to, because we don't even have all the full upgrades. I can't even show them because it's in shop editions, and still 6 races left. So we just have like 8 or 9 more upgrades across the 3 sections of engine, chassis, and body and stuff. So it would still take quite a couple, like even it would still take 2 or 3 seasons to even get to that point. It would just take a long time. Spencer, what's up, Nectarine Boy? I see you. Hi. But for now, we're just gonna get into it. We're going with this Bill Elliott car. Luckily, it seems like for whatever reason we're not losing the sponsorship as fast. The Dale Jarrett one, we lost like 4 races. That's not even me being hyperbolic. I went to the history, and we had UPS for 4 races. It was gone that quick. And apparently our longest sponsor ever was Goodyear Blimp. Weirdly enough. With 106 races, so... Or 108. I don't think there's really anything else here to look at. Trying to think if we need to repair something, because we can get something good for like Homestead. If there's anything really... Wow, that durability goes up a lot. I don't think we really need a good car for Homestead from what I saw in practice. I don't think I need the absolute maximum. So I think we're going to kind of leave everything as is. I'm not going to add anything or change anything here. Oh, clicked the wrong thing. So I think we're all good with that. Either way, we're going to get into it. Race weekend, chassis. We're not even going to bring our best stuff for Phoenix. I want to save that for Rockingham because I think we're going to need that a lot more Rockingham for comparison's sake. So we're bringing in chassis number 4, which again, still in pretty good condition. Engine. We're bringing the... do I even... I could bring the 92 one. Yeah, right at the finale. Now it's back. Okay, that was just weird. Why does that happen? Where do I need to live for that to not happen? I don't know. But it's back now. That's wonderful. Well, let's see. What should I go with fucking downforce here? All these look really good. I want to save number 8 for Rockingham. Let's see. I think we'll just go with freaking number 5 because the durability is better. We'll use that. 90 car rating. I'm fine with that. 9 for Bill Elliott. That's adorable too. I didn't even think about that. That was just weird. At least I know what happens when it completely just goes away. So we got Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart on the front row. Saw Newman up there in the top 10 somewhere, so not shocked there. Kurt, obviously, with a horrific qualifying run. He always does that, and then he does really good in race. Yeah, he's 32nd. How does he do this? How does he... He just doesn't want to win a champion. He doesn't want to finish top 10, apparently. Car, manual. I think this is all default, but click that just to be safe. Put that back to manual. Go back to this. Just need some practice laps. It's weird. I think what's always going to be interesting with this game is you could probably keep doing multiple seasons of it, and the AI would still be competitive because they just keep ramping up in difficulty. I guess until the car just gets maxed out, and I don't know if they would get any tougher beyond that, but they're definitely really tough. And I guess it would always be interesting, so I could see someone realistically doing like 20 seasons of this and still probably be entertaining, but this is like the 70th video. This season's gone on for like a year because there were so many breaks. I need a break from this. This is like the last thing of my past that I want to get done. I can't believe I started this particular season like a year ago. It was, I think, March 28th of 2023 when I began season 4, so it's 1 year and 1 week past that. So it's been a long time coming to actually get this wrapped up, even though it should have really only taken 3 months if I did 3 races a week. But one thing I'm learning is, at this point now, the car is just so much faster than I've ever. I don't think I've ever gotten it to like a 90 in even my old career mode stuff. So yeah, it's a lot faster. You have to actually back up off the corners a lot more just to get through them. So it's nuts. Obviously, that's not what you're supposed to do. They're smacking the wall, but it's pretty damn fast. But the insane thing is the AI are even faster. Actually, it's freaking default. Default setup. It's 99% default setup with the adjusted freaking transmission. I don't know who the hell Peter is. Or Petey? I don't know who that is. That was a loud tongue sound. Boy, I'm just scared. I just know they're going to be really fast here. Well, the only thing that still saves us is turn 3 is really good for us still. Like, I'm still able to get like a big run going into the corner. But I think that's enough practice. I think we should be okay. I'm expecting like a top 10 bare minimum. But yeah, we're gonna let MRN and them take it away and just see what happens in this race. I have a feeling that we're just gonna, I don't know, we're gonna lose points. Kurt Busch's practice time is 36. That is just gross. What's the qualifying time against us? I'm rambling so much. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart front row. Dale Jr.'s back there. Both of them on the outside, which is really good for us. So both is pretty well. I hope you're running manual. I am. I always double check that before. But I am. No worries. Yeah. Let's have Emran take it away. See if we notice any ultimate schemes as well. Just for curiosity's sake.
Joe Moore and Barney Hall from the beautiful Arizona desert at the 1 Mile Phoenix International Raceway for today's Checker Auto Parts 500K. What sets this track apart?
This can be a very fast racetrack, but due to its low degree of banking, these cars can get a little loose coming out of the corners, and to make it even more difficult for the drivers, every turn is a little bit different than the one before it.
Matt Kenseth is currently in the top 10 in points.
You know, all these guys are very happy with their top 10 season so far. Hopefully they can mount a charge that will pick them up some more points on the leaders.
The Dodge dealer's UAW Dodge seems to always finish in the top 10.
If you finish top 10 every week, then the championship becomes an attainable goal. This team wants to get the big money at the end of the year, so they're going to be working even harder to keep up this string of top finishes.
As if more things just have to bloop during a pre-race ceremony scene. It had to pick that time. B2 Bomber Flyover. I agree. Hello, Sam R.
In the front row are
That's just interesting. Bobby Labonte's on pole. I'd be okay with the Bobby Labonte dub. I just can't believe Newman Jr. both on the outside. That's honest. It's really good for us. But here we go. 78 laps, P43. Want to get through the field as quickly as possible, so that's also why manual gear is going to be a big help just to get a launch here. We need every type of advantage we can get. And that's 9 spots gained right there. We're not going to gain any more that quickly. Unless we turn 3 very well. Beautiful. That's a hot start. I will take that. And really only one minute contact, otherwise it was pretty seamless. And also, from what I've experienced, it just seems like no matter what in turn 1, the AI always get a jump, or they just enter turn 1 so much better than me. Basically, damn, like every car in the field can enter turn 1 deeper than me, and I don't understand that. So, car turn. Another thing too, default setup, everything, it's just kind of tight. Or maybe I'm going through the corner too fast. I'm not really sure. But hey, Kurt's moving up through the field with me. That's adorable. He's gained, what, 7 spots? That's appreciated. Also, emulator, I can't have you, like, dip frames like that. Because that is just not good.
Lol, I just got here and you've only just started racing.
Oh, snap. Hello, Jordan Clark. Thank you for the 3. I appreciate that as always. Thank you for stopping by. I know we had a pretty quick pre-stream. I thought I had a lot more to talk about, but I did have some things to talk about. But it wasn't as long. Maybe there was a part of me, too, that was just excited to get to the race. Because I really wanted to see how the championship's going to just kind of play out. We are moving up through the field. Turn 3 is such a big savior for us. The amount of time we gain through that corner is quite revolting. And that's such a big opportunity to gain spots. We gained, what, 9 spots in the first lap? Emulator, I can't have that. I cannot have you freaking drop frames or chug. I do have a lot of tabs open. That might explain it this time. But hey, it's nice so far. None of the AI really have thrown, like, really, you know, pathetic, sad blocks on me. So that's kind of nice. Maybe I do have something open that's making this, like, buffer a little bit. That's starting to bother me. Is there anything here? No, that's fine. I guess we'll just remove more tabs. It's 2, 3. That's 3 tabs. I only have 3 open. That should not be making the PC freaking lose its mind. I played Ignition last night and I was going to bed with all the assists turned on. I was able to finish the race while sleeping. That's sad. It really is for a 3-year-old then. That game is truly for a 3-year-old to play. If it's, you don't even need to be at the controller to play it. That is just pathetic. Ignition just I find new ways to despise Ignition. I'm just impressed how quick we are getting up to the field. Maybe when I was doing the practice races, I was using a different engine? I mean, I think it's only a 2% different. I don't know. I don't know why this time it's so different. But yeah, now we're actually... When I was practicing, before the first green flag pit stop, I was running about maybe 13th. We're almost there in 10 laps, which is shocking. I guess this engine, body, chassis combo or whatever is just really good. I don't know, we're going to try my best to not damage it up too much. I was really thinking we're just not going to have a shot to even win, but that might almost even, no, maybe not possible, but... You need to close up tabs so you don't need them. Yeah. I typically only have 3 open, but that time there was like 6 or 7, so yeah, maybe that would explain that. My poor PC, I feel so bad for it because the power is flickering on and off so much last night. Apparently, from what I remember, you're not supposed to, that's not a good thing for the PC to be having that. Though then again, when it went off the first time, I never really turned it back on, so I don't think it affected it more. I guess it'd be different. I was trying to like boot it up and then more flickerings occurred. So I think it's not going to be disturbed too much from that. Look at that, Johnny Benson up here in the top 10. Car's still a bit tight, that's no problem. Turn 3, it's pretty good. It rotates nicely. Elliott Sadler hit the curves back there. Also, I didn't even notice in the Thunder 03 race at Charlotte, Shauna Robinson's car just vanished entering pit road. I was not even focusing on that because I was battling with Dale Jarrett there right at the end. But now that I saw that, that is freaking weird. I don't ever remember that being a thing. So that is very disturbing. And I was quite uncomfortable with that. So thank you, comments, for finding that. That's just such a strange thing. Oh yeah, so iRacing posted like a screenshot of the garage for 25. It looks nice. Again, I don't know what more I can really add to it other than that's good. I don't know where that's going to be implemented in the game, whether that's going to be like the main menu or just something just that exists in the game. I don't know, but it definitely gave me NASCAR 09 vibes, the main menu from that. And that particular game and that main menu was so ingrained into my brain for so long just because I played that game online so much. So I was very, very used to that menu. It reminds me of that, which isn't really the worst thing in the world. But, yeah. It's just, oh, that's cool. Hey, I appreciate them sharing stuff like a year and a half in advance because they're pretty much definitively saying that the game's coming out in fall, which was not surprising. I was pretty much guaranteeing it was going to come out like August onwards. So yeah, getting the release is not much of a crazy mind-blowing fact. It's pretty typical, even back in EA days when those games would come out like September. So it really is not a big deal. All I could say is keep expectations low. I mean, the standard in bar is set to subatomic levels. I think I saw a comment, someone was like hoping, or I guess having the bar be like surpassing ignitions. Like that should be almost a guarantee. As long as the game rules work, like cautions working, AI pitting when they're supposed to, lead laps and lucky dogs, all that basic shit working, it'll be tenfold better than Ignition, even if it doesn't have better graphics, which I'm pretty sure it will, but, or at least equal at graphically, but it really does not have much of a bar, and that the fact that that's the standard or the expectation really shows just how bad it's gotten, where that is just what is to be expected, or the expectation is just so low. It's I guess it is sort of understandable, but it really shouldn't even be that hard. I really thought a game would surpass Thunder 03 in terms of career mode and everything else, but it really hasn't. It's been 21 years. If there's one thing I feel, you know, playing Heat 5 for 12 hours straight, or I guess not 12 hours, but like 10 and a half hours straight just about, is going from that to this. I can feel the game's age just through the driving. It just feels like you're just not, it's hard to be specific with the driving or just the throttle and gas. It just feels like each corner of every lap, you don't know what the car is going to do. Whereas in Heat 5, you almost kind of have a really good understanding of how the car drives and how to, it just feels more consistent. Now, I don't know if that's just like, that's just how the Gen 4 were, the drive, or what. Maybe it doesn't help too that I have like pressure, I don't have pressure, throttle, and brake. That probably is a big factor too. I'm sure if this was like on the regular OG Xbox, I probably wouldn't even be having the complaints, but that is like the one thing I appreciate from the Heat games is the handling model is really good. Except for the road courses. I will die on that hill. Road courses are complete trash with how those are. It really cannot handle the up and down elevations, but everything else, everywhere else, it's very, very nice. Also, as I'm rambling, we're up to 7. This car is actually not as bad as I thought. I think I must have did something different from like the engine or something from practice to this, because that 2%, I think I went with like the weakest engine I had, which I think was a 90. But I went 92 here, so I guess that is just that big of a difference. I don't know. I'm just sort of surprised we're running this well. But yeah, it just 25 just has an element of, you know, presentation. Nothing like insane. It is the first game. I just want things to be functional. But if they just have, you know, your career mode stuff be like, I don't know, in the garage, that's like a backdrop, then that's fine. I don't want just like a, we're just in a void. Like, this game has a really nice presentation with the career mode and everything. Even NASCAR Heat 3 had that, which they removed in Heat 4, which I don't know why, because I like the aesthetic was a good choice. I wonder if that's possible to be modded, like the maybe it's not. Maybe it isn't possible, but man, I can dream. Phoenix is relatively easy track under a 4. It is, but in my practice, I was so not fast for whatever reason. I wish I could screen cap it. I guess I need to start doing that, because I was not running that good. I was like 10 seconds off. And I was just doing that today before I did the stream, so I was really anticipating to be right around top 15. But now it seems like we're kind of stalling out. We're running 6th. My phone bloops. I guarantee my mom asked me about dinner. It's like, do I need to write out a list of like when I stream? Like, I tell her like every week I'm streaming Monday and Thursdays. I can't literally be there for dinner. Do I have to? I guess I need to write that down, I guess. I guarantee that's it. Let me pause on the By the Bonnie's leading, that's cool. Yep, it's a. I guess I gotta just write that down so she has it on her fridge or something. I don't know how many times I'd say it. I don't know how many times I have to address it. It's like every week. So I think... people are pitting. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with the AI. Oh, don't fucking wreck. Don't fucking wreck from that. God damn it. My mind is so... What is going on my phone? Stop with the... I don't give a shit about Uber Eats. Christ. Abort. There goes my fucking race because of that. Because I'm like constantly being distracted. Give me a fucking break, man. That just fucking threw out all of my fucking concentration. And then I forgot how many laps were even into it. As soon as I unpause and it's like people were pitting and I make a last second decision. I didn't even think I was entering that fucking fast. Fuck me, man. That was so much fucking time lost. Some people are... I don't even know what this is going to cycle everything out to, because people are just starting to pit. So are those cars a lap down now? I don't know. God fucking damn. Oh, yeah, we'll just have a weird, wacky glitch. Wacky haha. Wacky haha glitch. Ha. Lol. Lamau. There goes all my track position too. I was about to go for 5th. I was running 6th. So I was 20 plus spots lost. Hi, Kurt. Oh, we door Rusty. That's just fucking wonderful. And it put me in 3rd gear, which is a gear I don't need to be in. 39th. Oh, recycle out to 39th. That's even worse than where I was actually even pure. So now it's a last to first challenge again. Fucking riveting. And my game buffers for some unknown reason. Like, what else do I need to remove? Turn! Oh my god, there's just a lot of people fucking pitting right there. Yep, there goes everything's upside down, topsy-turvy now. Wonderful. That's my fault. That's all my fucking fault. Just great. One text, and then the fucking phone bloops, and things go absolutely fucking crazy. Oh, now we're 18th. I don't know where that puts freaking Ryan Newman, Dale Jr. I don't even have any freaking idea now. Now, are these guys pitting? Like, do I have to compromise my turn 3 because I don't know what they're going to be doing? I don't know. Well, the line still leans, so I guess that's good. So let's just look at this, because now everything is so fucking broken. Ryan Newman and Dale Jr., I just fucking destroy them. There goes any chance. Oh, where the fuck are they then? Can this go a little faster so I can see where Ryan Newman is? It's probably good that it is going slow because my dumbass can't freaking see it. He's 6th. Oh my god. Okay. So I guess he didn't pit yet, which is fine by me. Kurt's 16th, so that's good. Why are more people pitting? Like, we were right at the pit window when everybody was going when the yellow came out. So this makes no sense what they're doing right now. Man, that was just such a good fucking race. Everything was going smoothly, and then one stupid fucking yellow has to happen. In an area of the track that I didn't even think was possible to wreck on. It's a flat surface. There's like next to no transition at all from the... I mean, I guess there is, but I was just going down there too fucking fast. Whatever, we're 10th. We're pretty much back, almost back to where we were before. So again, they're at the pit again for 2 more times. So they just effectively destroyed their race. I guess above everything else, we somehow saved Kurt a good run. I guess that was the best thing that came out of it. Even though Kurt was already kind of fast to begin with, because he gained a lot of spots in the early part of the race, so there's that. Bobby Labonte's just on another stratosphere now. Now I'm looking at the freaking leaderboard, or the map. He's just extremely fast. And I got right side damage at some point, so just adds more to all the insanity. So we should pit around lap 60, I think. Yeah, we're definitely not going to win. We definitely do not have the car to win. Top 5 maybe, but not a race win. Especially with the pace Bobby's kind of doing. I guess there's the other thing too with this game that's kind of unfortunate is unless you run perfect, and you never ever wreck, AI will pit accordingly. But if you wreck, if you make mistakes, sometimes they'll just do weird things like that, where they pit right after the yellow. That's where I kind of give Heat 5 some praise, and Heat 4 by an extension. Their AI pit logics, I would arguably say, is better than this. And they can even take right side tires, like, when they know the race is ending. So they do actually make some kind of dynamic decisions. Here, they just will always take 4, so E4 did do something right. But in order for things to go accordingly, it's like you just have to be a robot and never ever make mistakes. And I can sometimes do that. But I can't always do it. Though that case was just, oh god, someone's blowing up. That's like this is like a bad track to blow up on. There's like no runoff room. Harvick just almost arca braked into Gordon. That's another spot for Kurt. I'll take it, and that's P5. Kansas get held up by a lap car. That's P4. And that's a yellow. Another. It finally happened. There was an arca brake situation. Not arca brake, but a car blown up on the racing surface. Now we're just reaching shit show. And that time wasn't even for me. Yep. There's just nowhere to go. Thank God Kurt did not get involved. But, yep. I figured something stupid was going to happen. Just where Gordon blew up. And again, there's no runoff room, so he can't really do anything about that. Poor Kenny Wallace got destroyed. I don't think the AI are going to pit this time. I don't think so. Oh, they are. Okay, well, that's just another layer to the... Okay, we actually are right at our pit window to make it to the end, so... Everyone's pitting as they should. As I just was criticizing their pit logic, they actually made a really good decision there. And that yellow wasn't even for me. It was something completely not of my doing. A mechanical failure. And we're just going to have more pit road bizarreness. Where's my car? My wheels are ahead of my car. My car is scared. It's a little shy. It's afraid to get into pit road. You see, it's a little shy, timid. That was a 1-second pit stop. What is going on? Fittipaldi, move. Oh, we lost time on pit road because of that. So we're, I don't know where that puts us. We're going to have to, like, pause the game again. Just to frickin' see what's going to happen. Casey Mears is first. I think he has to pit. Kurt Busch is fifth. I don't know how. Imagine saying Heat 4. That's like one of the only things I think Heat 4 does. The amount of things right Heat 4 does versus Thunder 4 is like... It's like a handful, while Thunder 4 has like dozens upon dozens. So it's really not a big deal if Heat 4 has one up on this game on one element. Jesus Christ. So... This is all just... We're 9th somehow. Kurt is in a... I can't say good spot to win, but he's going to have a good finish. I kind of gave Kurt a chance to be in the top 10 because of all this. All because of my stupid, dumbass freaking yellow. And it put me in the 3rd gear on the freaking start, which I don't need. Alright, we got to the bomb lane. That's what I wanted. Mears obviously has to pit. Mark Martin, alternate scheme. Cars lap down. It's just... I just, like, broke this race. There's crunching behind me. When did Phoenix become such a shit show? Sorry, Mark. God damn, I can't. Sorry. Now Bobby's being held up. What is this? Kurt is now Harvick's for position. And that time the car just refused to rotate and turn in that corner, and I hit someone. So, just what else? What else can continue to occur? Michael Waltrip blocking me for no reason even. Add that to the list of frustrations. Also, that's top 5. If Bobby gets the lead, this race is pretty much over. He's been so much faster than everybody this whole race. And also, this is going to be a 30-lap stint, so everybody should make it to the end on fuel. I know I can, I don't know how good the car is going to be by the end. But now we're just in a weird spot where... But, okay, never mind. Bobby's just blitzing through lap traffic. He is just on another level. He's about to pass Marlin, who's a lap down, so... Yeah. And, oh, debris yellow from Marlin. Oh, my God. That's another... That wasn't even from me. Can we get the spot on Mears for third? Nope. We don't have the motor for it, but he's got to pit eventually. What is happening? At least 2 of those yellows aren't for me. That's just a natural debris yellow, and Marlin's hood is just gone. And I was almost close to frickin' running it over. So, that was going to be bad. This is more entertaining than the real-life Phoenix race. Mir should be pitting, I'm assuming. Never mind. And now Bobby Labonte got held up by Marlin again. Now the bottom and top lanes are just kind of congested. My chance to pounce. I don't know if we really have anything for Marlin, or goddamn Bobby Labonte. I'm gonna try. I don't know how the leaders can't pass the lap cars on the initial start, but we're in good shape. I can't believe we're even in this spot to begin with. But we're there. No crew chief. I don't know if he said 8 car, but that's like factually wrong. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. We got turn 3. Turn 3 saves us. That's a massive run through that corner. And into the lead somehow? I can't believe that. And I just, in turn, ran the fast lap the entire race. Okay. I can't believe how this has just turned out. I'm surprised Marlin's pulling away from Bobby Labonte with no hood? What is this? This game isn't moddable because there isn't you can't mod it on the PC XS2. If this was for the Dolphin emulator, it probably would have been possible to do something with it, but it doesn't exist because GameCube canceled the release of this game. For some reason that I don't know. Because then they released 05, so I don't know why Thunder 04 was canceled. But because of that, there's no Dolphin emulator thing possible for this game. Because Dolphin emulator is primarily like a GameCube emulator, but also like somewhat the Wii as well. So also, Kurt took second place for Bobby Labonte, but why is Kurt now just amazing? I didn't know he was going to be that good today. I will take a me and Kurt 1-2. This is like the second time it's going to happen in the last like 4 races because it happened at Martinsville. So I don't understand. What a strange race. What a strange freaking race. I don't know. That one yellow just like changed the whole complexity of this race. And it benefited me somehow. And now we're just pulling away, even though I didn't really think I had that type of car. So this is, once again, this is like exactly like my Thunder 03 stuff where I practice, and I'm just like, well, all right, I know what I'm going to be able to do. I'm not going to be able to run really, I mean, we're going to probably run like top 10, but... And then I stream, and then now it just makes me look like a freaking liar. Like, I gotta start taking screenshots or something just to prove it, because this is just upsetting. But at least the second and third yells, I guess, are just gonna happen no matter what, with Jeff Gorham blowing up. And especially at, like, the worst part of the track. Because there's no runoff on the dog legs, so it just caused everything to go wrong. Well, Ryan Newman and Dale Jr. really weren't anywhere up at the front. I think we're already ahead of them before that yell even occurred, but we were definitely to gain some points on them. But now we're going to be going to Rockingham with, well, almost, I mean, as long as we just not DNF, we'll clinch it before getting into Homestead, which is boring. I thought it would be a little bit closer than that, just based on how this season was going for so incredibly long. But no. Ryan Newman DNFing at Atlanta really changed this championship in so many ways. Because we were like 50 points ahead of him by that point. And it just completely broke the intensity. His real life 2003 counterpart just could not hang on, and it just had to be a problem in the video game land. Oh, we're gonna get Kurt a good finish somehow. Mind you, he started 32nd. It's funny because he was at one point behind me, following me up through the field. So I knew he was kind of quick, but I didn't know he had like quick enough to the point where he could just pass Labonte, who was just dominating this entire race, and then just hang on. I didn't expect that. Trying to look at the leaderboard here. I thought Jimmy was 5th, but no, I'm wrong. Well, if anything, I mean, I would like to assume Rockingham's going to be tough, but I don't know anymore. I think I have something, or I think I have an idea, or at least what to expect, and then race comes around and it's like better. How am I 5 seconds faster? My practice, I was getting completely destroyed by the whole field. Not the whole field, but like I wasn't even. I was like 10 seconds back by the end of it. So now, how does that swing so much from 2% engine difference? I don't understand. This is not even like a different. It's not like I rebooted the game and turned it back on. It's like the same one I did from earlier today, like hours ago. So it's not like I can't understand it. It don't make a whole lot of sense to me. And another yellow. It's just, we're gonna, oh, that's debris. Dodge that. That's gonna end the race. Alright, we're just gonna end it on that note. You know what? That's fitting. That's 3 yellows for AI shenanigans, and it was... What is this frickin' race? Just, I don't understand. I'm so confused. Yes, I'm staying out. Kurt, I swear you better frickin' stay on the frickin' racetrack. We went under yellow. Now see, wouldn't that have been nice if it just happened with Truex? Ryan Newman got 9th.
We sure saw a lot of yellow flags.
Yeah, I'm sure the drivers would have rather seen more green flag laps, especially the guys who ran out front most of the race.
The Dodge dealers UAW Dodge came from the back of the pack to get the win.
You know, I credit that whole crew for an exceptional race. It takes everyone working together to get results like that. What a great race for that team.
I am not putting Heat 3 in my top 3 favorite games. No. No, never. That is no. Heat 4, NR, even though NR probably shouldn't be categorized in the same thing with Caso because it's its own entity, but I will sort of agree with Heat 4, even though I'll put Thunder 4 and 3 before that. What a strange race. I can't even really say my one yellow really derailed it as much as all the DNFs and or the frickin' the DNF and then debris yellows. That really kind of just broke it. That's what, our 17th win of the year? 64th win in our career, I think. I've lost count. We get another win in this Muppet car, or not Muppet car. We did that once before. We get into Brickyard at least, which I don't think we've done before, so that's a plus. I really just wish that went green the whole way, because I really wanted to see if we had a shot to do anything, because we were about to pass Harvard for 5th there. It's going to bug me. Kurt gets 2nd somehow. I wish I could understand that, but good for him. Bobby Labonte probably had the car to win, but for some unknown reason fell off. Kurt's going to probably get 172, Kansas 100. Yeah, Kansas definitely going to get to... Or Kurt's probably 10th in points now. Jimmy Johnson got 8th. He started 20th too, so he started working in the back. Dale Jr. I think got trapped a lap down, so typical Dale Jr. having typical Dale Jr. luck, pretty much out of this championship. He had like a very thin chance of it, but he's basically out of it now. And Ryan Newman getting 9th. We gain more points on him, so that point gap is 243, I think. Where did Benson finish? I mean, everything in his running order kind of got flipped upside down. Jeff Gordon DNF naturally. A lot of cars were lapped down just because of the yellow. Let's just get out of here, man. I really didn't want that one yellow. That's what bugs me when I bring it out, because like, especially with this game, it really just seems like the game just don't like it when you spin out. It just kind of like messes things up. So I usually try not to freaking do stupid shit, but I did stupid shit. Why is there always gotta be drama in fucking chat? There's always has to be something. Jordan Clark's typically, like, pretty good. So, I don't fucking know. I'm tired. I'm just so tired of it. It's like every stream there has to be something going on. But we have a good point lead. We're in pretty good shape. And we can just... I mean, we could basically sim Rockingham and still be probably in good shape for Homestead, but... I think we'll be alright. Do I want to do anything here? I don't really think so. Car condition's still pretty good even despite all that, so... Well, that number 9's finished, which is good. We really need that type of engine. 95 is, I think, our highest number we ever had. But yeah, for Rockingham, we're absolutely bringing our best stuff. There is no doubt I'm bringing my best stuff. Let's see. What can I use? Or what can I overhaul? Number 4 is technically our weakest, so might as well do that. That'll be done by the end of the year, but we'll get that done. What a strange day. Heat 4 is better than Thunder 04. I wouldn't go that far. In terms of like driving and like there's some elements that are better than this, but in terms of presentation, the content, what you can do in the career mode, there's so much more, so much nicely laid out things. it just destroys it in the presentation range. If Thunder 04 had like Heat 4's like AI with its pit strategy and stuff, or in pit logic, the way that is how it drove, then yeah, but it's not this reality. I guess we're gonna see what happens when we go to Rockingham. Everything I practiced with, it was really damn tough, but I don't know. I'm starting to question mortality, reality anymore. We're gonna go with number 8 engine, naturally the best one here, 95. Actually, let me change my car. I want a different paint scheme. I'll go with the Muppets one just because it's different, and I like the scheme. The primary one's kind of boring in comparison to the other ones, so yeah. Chassis, let's see, bring that. Engine, number 95. Body, 92. Even downforce drafting, all that's really solid. 91, I think that's our highest car rating. We've had 90s before. 91 might be a first. Also, 91 is, oh my god. There was a 91 at one point. And Casey Atwood, I think, drove it as like one of his like startup cars at like Richmond 2000. That's like a reference. Casey Elliott, I think, had a 91. So there's some significance. Anyways, on the Rockingham. I didn't even take a fucking look at the points from Kurt's perspective, but I'm pretty sure he was top. He was probably 10th after that anyways. Newman's on pole, Junior's 3rd, Kurt's 6th. I want to go back and look at the points, but I'm pretty sure Kurt was 10th anyways. Hello, Bumble. Or I guess I should be like, Bumble, because you did that for me, so I'll do that to you. You guys finished 12, 20, 33rd, and 34th, but great for Nemechek, but yikes otherwise. Damn it, I want to see what... I hate these emojis blocking out. Casey's was number 94. Okay. That explains it. I thought 91 was that, or Casey Atwood's first star was a 91. I don't remember. Let's make sure this is all default. It is. It's all default setup in every other possible category. Tire pressure, downforce, suspension, gear ratio, but not transmission. Let's do some practice laps. Kurt's in his normal car. That's boring. I like when I practice, I get like so many different alternate schemes, and then when the actual stream happens, it just doesn't. It's almost like it hurts me to practice. Also, when I did a practice run, Ricky Craven dominated this race. He led 32 laps. So that's just unusual. I've never really seen Ricky Craven be that dominant. So, can't really understand that. You should ask Taylor Kitchenell. Guy should be a perfect fit. Who is this? Who is a Taylor Kitchen? What? Car feels pretty good. I don't think I really have any complaints. More or less, the AI going to be just extremely fast. When I saw in practice, I was running like 22 sixes in this race like a year ago. Literally, this race was like almost a year ago from when I did this. this race last time. I was running like 22.6s. I'm able to run like 22.4s, so I am a little bit faster. I remember the last time I was here. Actually, it went caution free. There was... The car fell off right at the end.
22.49. That's a quick one, buddy. Keep it up.
And it... Well, a lot of that happened. I remember I was rewatching it. I was trying to catch a Marlin. I was running 6. I was trying to get a top 5. I was like 2 seconds back on Marlin. And then Jeff Green, a lap car, just blocks me off the track. And that just gave me a bad angle in the corner. And then I wreck and I lose time. And typical dumbness of this game with the freaking AI blocking when they're a lap down. They have no business to do it. And it upset me. And I ended up finishing 8th, I think, after all that. So... my expectations is probably a top 10.
22.42. That's as quick as you've been all day.
That's good time. That's good. He's a NASCAR. Did I say NASCAR? What does that mean? NASCAR content creator. I didn't even know that existed. Hold on. Why would they think that's the first shipping I've ever seen. I don't know. Let's just get into the freaking race. I think the car is pretty good anyways. Alright. I have Emran take it away here.
We're live from the North Carolina Speedway, otherwise known as the Rock side of today's NASCAR race, the Pop Secret 400, right here on MRN. What can you tell us about this track, Barney?
Well, this track is deceiving to drivers who are new here. It's wide and fast in most places, but in the corners, they'll have to slow up more than they expect. Otherwise, the wall will sneak up and bite them on the exit, especially in turn 2.
Kyle Petty started racing in the Winston Cup Series back in 1979 at the age of 19.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on drivers in NASCAR, and you got to believe it's even heavier when your last name is Petty. So to come out and start banging fenders with these guys at age 19, you got to admire that.
The Dodge dealer's UAW Dodge has strung together back-to-back top 5s, and I'm sure he'll try for another one.
Well, his team is real excited about their success so far. In fact, I believe they'll have another top 5 race as long as he keeps his car out of trouble.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay. We're live. We're back. We're alive. What the fuck am I talking about? I thought that was a good introduction. I don't think there was really any problem with that.
And here's the starting lineup
All
for the
right.
race.
NASCAR's like combo with NASCAR. Now, I kind of would like that in real life. I wish Rockingham returned too. I don't know if it would really be good with the Gen 7 cars, but maybe Rockingham was just that good of a track, it won't even matter what car it is. I don't know. There was a number 94 Casey Atwood Mountain Dew car in 03. I don't remember that, but that is cool. It's a cool fact. Alright, here we go. 98 laps. We're going to do exactly what we did at Phoenix. Just go on the start. Gain as much spots as we can. Jimmy's back here, which is good. Maybe he'll have a bad day. So, Kirkby. Car, can you fucking turn through the corner? Why did it not turn? Oh my god, like already. Like right side damage. That bothers me. Just, I don't know why I didn't want to turn. I don't understand. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's a lot more spots than I wanted to get through that corner. Wardburn blows up on lap 2. Please stay down low, Ward. Thank you. Oh, these get back. He was back on track and they got back down. That was scary. Ah, David Green. Whoever's in that car. I hate the blocking. I was going to say, we're going to get a really good run in turn 1, but I kind of had it back off. Had to do the smart thing there. Of course, Calpe's going to block, but they're not going to block down here. There we go. There we go. Can I even pass the 111? I almost... it was almost a problem. Can I have the emulator not chug or struggle? It really does affect how I drive, and I don't like it. Timberwolf is not in here because it's like chew, it's like tobacco. They're not going to allow that. They won't allow beer sponsors. They're definitely not going to allow chew. Which, then again, they censored Winston. Like they can't show it in the game, so not surprising. Oh shit, Jesus is in chat. Hope you had a good birthday. Car feels mostly fine. I don't really have any complaints with how it drives. It's a little bit tight. But as long as I just get through the corners alright, or just back up the corners a little bit, it's not really that terrible. But we'll get by Jack's break here effortlessly, no problems. My expectations, maybe 10th. But it's going to take me the whole race to get up there, so I do think we're going to lose points to Newman, but we have a big enough point lead. I mean, he could basically lead every lap, get max points, and I think we'll still be in pretty good shape, so... Ooh, that was a bit of a send in turn 1, but it actually worked. Just about. That one custom car was going to get by me, but everywhere else was pretty good. Never mind, Jeff Green's down the inside. That's not as ideal. Can I... Ooh, 3 wide. It's okay, we'll get a good run through turn. We'll get a good run entering the corner. Can the emulator not chug at, like, the worst part of the freaking track? Jeez. Did not need it going 3 wide in the middle, entering turn 1. That was just terrible. Go with that pass. That's gonna put us in the top half of the field. Another blowout, and I can't tell who that is. It's Matt Kenseth. Oh, a top 10 point battle contender is just gone. His race is just imploded. Now it's really only comes down to Jimmy Johnson as Kurt's real, true competitor, which I am happy for. Kurt might just sneak a top 10 in points if this keeps up. It's kind of like spiritually me watch. It's like me versus Moobs. Me in the Kurt car, and then Moobs in the freaking the 48. That's what I'm seeing it as. And naturally, Kurt is ahead of Jimmy, even though Jimmy is definitely statistically better than Kurt. But damn it, in video game land, I think they have like the same amount of wins. I think. So that's funny. Surprised we got another engine failure that close together from each other. That is interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised the Bushes never had a Bush sponsorship. Really seems like a missed opportunity, like Jimmy Johnson and Jimmy John's. Like that seems like a really easy like sponsor combo, but it never did. Alright, I'm sensing a 3-wide dive bomb in turn 1. And it worked. A bit of a slide job, but we get it. Perfect. That was nicely executed. Now we're in the top 15. And Jimmy's trying. He's trying to get me back, but we're going to get a good run through turn 1. Or at least a good entry, because they break a little bit early. And we're just fine. There is a really nice charm of letting the car just roll through the corner. There is a nice satisfaction about it. Kurt's still up there. He's definitely still in the top 10. He has not faltered. Craven's in an alternate scheme. I didn't even notice. I think Harvick was in an alternate scheme as well, though we've yet to pass him. I think I saw it in the introduction. Yeah, we're running a lot better than I thought. Dive bomb turn. Whoa, that was cutting it close. I thought I was going to hit the back of Marlon, and that was going to spin me out. But we dodged the bullet. Benson 11th. Not nice to see. Bobby with the send. I can't even fight that. That was... I have to respect that. It worked. God, emulator, I don't need it. Entering the fucking corner. Like, again, I don't need that. Oh, boy. And he just gets another just massive run off turn 2. And now we're going to be... We're just playing ring around the rosy for 14th. It's annoying. There, can I properly make the pass? We're going to get him off turn 2. That was so close. Of course, the car didn't want to rotate that corner. No, of course not. This is almost kind of exactly how... Almost exactly how my practice runs would go, where I was just sort of running top 15. This is just about typical. Kurt's falling back. That upsets me. I passed Bobby Labonte this time. It's like the 3rd time I've tried passing him. This time we're going to block him off turn 2. Perfect. I think we're going to be in good shape to actually make some more passes. Car tires getting worn. That's a Rockingham tradition. Benson's blocking. Not gonna block down low though. Boy. That was a shitty angle, but we'll get the spot. Barely. I guess what's interesting is on the long run, tires do get worn. And the car definitely gets a lot tighter than it is on default. That was not the best of angles, but get a little bit of a good exit. Kurt's falling back. That, again, upsets me. Have Jeff Byrne up there. I see Rusty Wallace up there. Everybody should be pitting around lap 35, I think. So, 2 pit stop race, 35 and 70. Just about to hit the top 10 here, but I knew Kurt's game there. I knew what he was going to try to do. I did not want to send it, especially now. I don't trust the car. That was just like one of those like weird feelings in my throat. where I just knew it was going to probably work out bad if I tried to pass him there. But he's being a real pest.
We're about 10 seconds off the leader. Hit your marks. Be smooth. You're clear.
I need to bait him up high, and at the last second just duck down low. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Except the car can't carry speed through the corner, so he'll just pass me back again. That kind of goes to show how much I'm pushing the car if my tires are already getting worn. Or, like, red. But it's still driving pretty good.
Pace is falling off. Pick it up a little. All right, now get hungry. We need to eat up this 10-second gap to the leader.
There we go. Cleared him. P10. People will be pitting here pretty shortly. Don't know what the gap is to leader now. 9.4.
Leaders are getting away from you.
This is like almost an inverse of Phoenix, where turn 3 was our biggest strength. Now it's turn 1. So that in and of itself is pretty interesting. But pit stop cycle is about to begin, so I'm excited for that. The car has gotten pretty nasty to drive. Still somehow gained a 10th that lap, though. I'm sure lap traffic probably played a factor in that.
Some of the leaders are coming in together.
Rusty and Harvick and them were pitting. Probably should have pitted with them.
23. We're starting to run away from
Gain another 2/10 on them. On the leader, which is interesting again. But yeah, we're pitting this time. Hopefully we don't screw it up and wreck ourselves this time. The car didn't want to turn going into turn 3. That was a nice help.
the 18 car.
Alright, just a safe entry. Burton checked up at the last second, but we're good. Safe entry. Not repair damage. Done. It's weird in this game because you can hear the announcers like say Winston Cup, even in the post-race stuff you hear them say Winston, but they can't show it. I don't know how that all works, but it's interesting. 15-4 pit stop, no complaints there with the pit crew. And now we're just gonna see where this cycles us out.
Watch the guys on the track. Okay, we're clear. The leaders are pitting. Got one outside.
Hopefully it's somewhere in the top 10 maybe.
Clear. 47. Car entering the track ahead.
Jesus basically said exactly what I was saying. I'm stupid.
Car outside. 22, 50. That's as quick as you've been.
Yay, fastest lap of the race for ourselves.
Okay, we're clear.
Now that we got clean track for a little bit, we can actually just put in some flyers. Maybe not. Who knows?
22, 56. We're catching them, buddy. Stay with it.
Oh, we're 10th. Okay, we stayed about exactly where we were running before. We might get by Mark, but
The 2 car is exiting pit row ahead.
felt a little bit of arrow push there.
22, 52. You're closing on the leader. We're about 10 seconds.
Kind of surprised
Hit your marks. Be smooth.
Kurt beat me out of pit road there, since we were about, we were ahead of him. But everything kind of cycled back out as it should. I think we lost a tiny bit of time to the leader, but maybe half a second worth.
22, 72. Dig, buddy, dig, dig.
Never mind, it was a lot more than that. It's like 8/10. So now we're just sort of stuck here. Pretty much point racing now, or at least just maintaining the gap or the deficit to Newman. He's somewhere in the top 5. His DNF really messed things up. Because if that DNF never happened, then might have been going into this race with like an 80-point lead on him or something, and he would have cut it down a little bit, so going into Homestead it probably would have been like 60 or 50 points, so would have been close. Now we don't really have anything of that in the slightest, which is a shame. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark just pulls away. He did pit a little bit later than me, so for all intents and purposes, he should have the tire advantage.
22:56. You're gaining on the leader. Okay, you've got some driving to do. The leader has about 10 seconds on us.
That's a wall scrape. Hello, Vladimir. Thanks for stopping by.
22:52. Okay, buddy, we're faster than the leader. Let's get up there.
Yeah, we're just sort of stuck, just chilling here in 9th. Everybody have a good Easter. I kind of spent literally Easter Day streaming. That's the gist of mine. We did stuff the day before that, so yeah. Still can't get over how long I did that stream for. And I guess it's good to know that you just physically can't do, you know, 1000% race length. It's really only maybe 500% or 400% that could be realistically done in 583 minutes. Lap car, of course, is just gonna, you know, throw some blocks on me. And of course, the car don't want to turn in the corner. Once in a while, it just do that, or it's just not gonna want to turn itself. And that was one of those cases. Anyone hyped from Martinsville? I don't know. I used to always look forward to it, but with these cars, I just don't have any feeling for it. I do have some feeling in the fact that I passed Mark Marin there. The lap traffic kind of saved us, but seems like it's affecting Rusty Wallace, Jeff Burton as well, so those are more spots we can potentially gain, which is always appreciated. Didn't think I was going to get by Mark in this run, but lap traffic saved us.
23:6. We're catching them, buddy. Stay with it. We're about 10 seconds off the leader. Hit your marks. Be smooth. All clear, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say at this point we have no shot to win. That's just not going to happen. Leader's way too fast. We're too far back. 6th place is right up in front of us, so it is sort of possible. Now it's more or less just who's leading and how many points are we going to lose. I think right now, or even if it's Newman that's leading and leads the most laps, I think we're going to clinch the championship no matter what, going into Homestead.
22.79. Come on, buddy.
So it sort of
Pick up some more spots.
ends in a weird note. For so many races, so many streams, Ryan Newman was just a constant factor of this championship, where I just could not gain any points on him because I would win and he would finish second, but he would lead the most laps and I wouldn't be able to.
22.76.
Of course, Rusty's blocking like a freaking doorknobber.
Okay, you've got some driving to do. The leader has about 10 seconds on us.
Mark smacks the wall. Bobby Labonte just took over 10th. So there goes Kurt's top 10 dreams.
23.9. You're gaining on the leader.
Burton's stuck in lap traffic. Don't know who's 5th, but
Still there.
it's nice to have lap traffic be a factor for a change.
Clear on both sides. Left front tire's a little worn. Okay, buddy, we're faster than the leader. Let's get up there. We're about 10 seconds.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Every time I get a run, every time I have a chance to pass, then it's just Rusty just makes it on the outside. And oh, Biffle's just sitting there. That makes it easier for me. Thank you, Biffle. Burton's just going to stay up high with the lap cars, so just get by both of them. That's P6. I think that's going to be our last spot because 5th place is way too far out there. So I think 6th place. That's all we're going to get. Unless Burton wants to fight back. Okay. And Jack Spray tried to block that. And that just fucked up my entire angle into the corner. Shockingly, I did not lose that spot. I really thought I was going to lose that position.
Go easy on those Eagles, driver.
Can't wait to pit. Burton's there again.
23.22. Okay, let's get after these guys now.
We need lap traffic though. If there's anything I learned, it's that lap traffic needs to be in his way more. Because I think all of them are faster than me. Not by much, but once we saw lap traffic be a problem, then it was. And they're pitting early. I don't know if that's... it's a strat. I don't know if it's going to work long term, though.
Got one high. 23.19. Catching up to the leader. Keep on it. Clear all around.
Can this game just stop chugging? For God's sakes, it's not that freaking difficult. Alright. Well, we're starting to gap Burton, so that's something. I really didn't think that was going to happen. Just seemed like he was faster than me.
You got some passes left in there somewhere. I know you do. We're about 10 seconds off the leader.
Now we're closing in on the leader again. Probably lap traffic explains that. Just looking at the track back now, he's stuck in a lot of cars. So that would explain it. I might have said track back, which curse my English language, but it's track map. Man, I feel weird today. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel tired. Maybe it's still the lingering effects of a Monday stream. I don't know. I just don't feel like myself. I don't know. I don't know if chat knows, but I just don't feel like myself. And I don't know why. Is it depression? When was the last time I felt that? I don't even know. It's been a while. But then what would I be sad about? I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what is bothering me. Sometimes, maybe it's just one of those days you just wake up and you just don't feel like yourself. I don't know. It's weird to describe. Can I blame my bed for that? I don't know. Does anyone else ever have those days? I don't know. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to stay out as long as I can. I don't think this car is good enough to be on the offense. But I was going to pit this lap anyways because, haha, 69. So, you know, we're going to go with that. With no cars in the vicinity, I can be a little more aggressive entering pit road, just like that. So yeah, 4 tires, fuel. Not repair damage. Car's in pretty good shape, only just from that one tick earlier, but otherwise it's pretty good. Also, hello Phantom, welcome to stream. Josh Berry winning Martins will be funny. I think it would. And that's going to be 16-2. Ew. Ew, that's slower than the estimated time.
There's traffic. Take it easy. Clear all around. The 5 car. It's up high. All clear, buddy.
I guess we're going to see what the cycle is out. We were running 6th before, legitimately, just straight up, so I like to think we're going to cycle out 6th. We're going to have less laps to go on this. Smart. We're going to have less tire wear issues because we're only going to be going like 28 laps. But otherwise, I don't know. We'll see. Feel like a badass listening to this. Well, I'm glad to hear Jesus. If anything, I want Jesus to have a good day. Could be the lingering fatigue. It could be. I don't know. It's been 3 days since that happened. Would that fatigueness still be a thing? I don't know. I mean, that stream was like almost 3 times longer than normal. I mean, I guess it could be. The good thing is we cycled out to 6. That's where I want it to be. Kurt is 7th. Kurt is just all of a sudden. That makes me happy. If this is going to be like the last of this career mode saga, having Kurt be top 10 in points would make me very happy.
Looks like some of the leaders are headed down pit road. 22-73. You're gaining on the leader.
I would like to. I hope I'm gaining on a leader if he's down pit road, crew chief. That's like something. That sounds like something I would say. I think part of me is just a little bit disappointed. Nearly like a... I think it's just the other... Like the championship battle was so intense for so long. And then Newman DNFing at Atlanta just kind of deflated all this tension. Like, I really was hoping it was going to be close. had Newman never DNF, I mean, this would still be a pretty close championship battle because even at Phoenix, even if I never wrecked,
22, 62.
I was definitely going to finish ahead of him because I was already running 6th or 5th, so I probably was definitely going to get a top 5 finish there. So I was going to gain a little bit of points on him here. It was just brewing out to be such a great battle. And then it just kind of fell apart with him DNFing that way. And now there's like nothing to be excited about.
22, 65.
With Matt Kenseth winning, it was almost kind of expected he was going to win it because there were so many weeks where he was just like a race ahead of the competition. But here, just there were so many. It was like intense or exciting all the way until race 33. So it's just strange.
Making up some time.
Michael Waltrip's 5th. It's also funny too that this race is playing out almost verbatim, even down to the position I'm running in right now. Of the first Rockingham race earlier in the season.
22, 69. We're catching them, buddy. Stay with it. All right, now get hungry. We need to eat up this 10-second gap.
Hello, Viper. Thanks for stopping by. George Clark's like, wait, is this the last stream? It does say season 4 finale. I didn't want to say like series ending finale because I don't know if I'm ever coming back to this. That's a big question mark for me. I don't want it to be so definitive because maybe someday I will come back to this, but not anytime soon. This is one of the last remnants of career mode stuff that I was doing before I got a job and stuff. And I just felt weird to end it without completing it. Like that particular season.
22, 72. Dig, buddy, dig, dig, dig. Okay, you've got some driving to do. The leader has about 10 seconds on us. Got one high. Clear all around.
But I will say after this series, I do want to do a fantasy season in Thunder 03. I don't know what the Thunder 2000 mod or which exactly.
65.
What I mean by fantasy is like fantasy tracks. Because there's 8 of them in there. And that'll be a good like 8-week series of like 100% races of those. Like every Thursday. Like those could be fun. But then after that we could do like NASCAR 05.
23, 3. You got some passes left.
So I'm looking forward to that. And also I think with just the fantasy season, there's going to be a lot of drivers running good that usually don't run good. So it'll give a lot of chances for randos to be just winning races or running well. So it'll be kind of cool to see that.
Come on, buddy, push it. We can pick up some more spots.
Didn't want to turn that time. I don't think we're getting the 5th. I really thought I could get the 5th, but this is just like the first Rockingham race. We were like 2 seconds back of Marlon. This time we're 2 seconds back of Michael Waltrip, of all people.
23, 35.
Never mind. It's more like 2.8 seconds, but damn it, it's so much like it. It's freaking me out. I was thinking with the Thunder 2000 mod probably the best choice, but if they're doing something with the Busch Series thing, then I don't want that series to end because of that mod coming out. Maybe I could just, you know, if I want to go back to the Thunder 2000 mod, I could just swap the files, and then everything will be okay, so nothing's really going to get lost. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take to make. I feel like it would be done within 2 months of that. I don't know. I guess maybe we'll just do the Thunder 2000 mod and just see what happens, and if the Busch Series stuff comes out, then you know, I'll download that and then swap it back to the other stuff afterwards. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
Number 30 is still there. 22, 82. Catching up to the leader. Keep on it. Okay, we're clear. Easy, buddy. That left front tire's seen some action.
game, I can't have that. I cannot have you drop frames. Did you notice in the Heat 5 Richmond stream, I rarely did stuff? I mean, I think I caused like 5 yellows in a 66 caution lap race. Or 66 cautions, and 5 of them were for me. So I did a pretty good job of not, you know, doing dumb stuff in the 1800 laps. But in this game, it feels like I just do stupid stuff way more often. It's just really hard to control.
Making up some time. We're about 10 seconds off the leader. Hit your marks. Be smooth. Clear.
What's weird enough with Thunder 03 is that fantasy tracks are really difficult. I thought they'd be like really easy. Because I was already kind of thinking maybe we'll do like 25% races for those, or 50%. Maybe just do like 2 races this stream of that. But no, they're like really difficult. So I think a 100% race would be pretty fun with it. So I don't know. Oh, we're 2 seconds back on Michael Waltrip, but he's stuck behind lap traffic, so that explains it. That's a wall nip. Not a wall hit, but a nip. This is just such a, I don't know, a straightforward race. And Kurt's just gonna finish 7th. I'm so happy with that. It's gonna make me cry. And this is how this particular career mode series is gonna end, with Kurt just having a top 10 point run, just pulling off one of the most ultimate clutches. That's gonna be such a legendary ending. We'll just drift on him in turn 3 just for fun. That's just a casual 6th place. Couldn't ask for a better run at Rockingham. That was perfect. It was about as expected. Newman try-hards his ass off as much as he can to gain points on me, but it's not enough.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
The Dodge dealers UAW Dodge got a top 10 finish in this one.
Top 10s are sometimes just as hard to get as a win. That whole team did a great job.
We hope you enjoyed today's race as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So long. We'll see you next week at the Homestead Miami Speedway.
All right, well, that pretty much, we're the champions. It's official now. Newman led the most laps. Dale Jr. tried as well. So he gets 185, we get 150, so he gains 35 points on me. We already had like a 243 point lead or something, so it's down to like, what, 211 now. So yeah, we officially clinched it. I don't know how to feel about it. Other than I proved JC wrong, because earlier in this season, literally like a year ago, he's like, "You're not going to win this championship. It's just not possible. It's just not possible." But no, we did it. We freaking did it. It took a DNF. Even without the DNF, I think we'd still be pretty close. But I think we'll be in good shape for Homestead. But yeah, that was solid. Waltrip somehow led 6 laps. Kurt got 7th, and continues to gain points on Matt Kenseth. Well, Kenseth blew up. Jimmy Johnson got 13. Johnny Benson beat Jimmy Johnson. That's amazing. So Johnson's 124 to Kurt's 146, so that's 22 points Kurt gained. He's looking good for Homestead. Sawmill's not in Thunder 03. Thunder 03 has 8 fantasy tracks, which are 7 of them are road courses. One of them's the Tiburon track. How many cars were lapped down in that too? I forgot to look. Oh boy, 17th or 18th was on lead lap, so 19th on back, a lap down, so more than half the field went a lap down. And Newman and Dale Jr. are pretty close, under a second. So those two just about swap laps the whole race. Can my phone stop blooping? Good lord. Oh. It's because Move Man is live. That would explain it. Damn, I got a Facebook memory saying in my senior class poll or something, they voted me as like best actor, but also most shy. And I was like, that feels so real. That still is true to this day. I don't know why that's so fitting, but it really is. Rockingham is Johnny's best track, so not surprised Johnny beat Jimmy. Well, it makes me happy. And we still got our sponsor going into Homestead. What are the odds? 206 points. I thought it was like 211, but 206, okay. And Dale Jr. is 284. And Kurt has a 60-point lead. No, yes, no, 70. 70-point lead on Jimmy. Just like that. Kurt now 10th in points, 70-point lead over Jimmy. Kurt is going to have be bad for Jimmy to catch him, which is really funny. That makes me happy. Even his average finish is a little bit better than the previous year. 11th, surprisingly. Not as much top 10s, though. He's only one short of 18 from the previous year, but I don't know what to say. I just can't believe it. Kenseth has fallen apart. And Mike Waltrip with a good run. He moves up, I think stays in 14th. Benson is ahead of Elliott Sadler, which is really funny. So what's the lap split stuff looking like? Dale Jr., Ryan Newman ahead of me. Not surprising. Newman's been, like, incredibly try-harding this whole season about. Italian-esque in the back. Is my TV... Oh, my God. Italian... What is on Comedy Central right now? It's not The Office. What show is that? It is The Office. What? Ow! Bang my foot off my desk. It is The Office. Oh, my volume was at like a 6. I usually try to set it to a 3. I guess a 6 is still audible. That's good to know. I just searched Texas Speedway. It is a real thing. It's weird. I'm surprised some of these things are real life. Like, I don't know. It's just it's interesting. So that's secret progress. Now we can just go to Homestead and just chill. It's just gonna be a reflective race, I guess. What was I gonna look at? I don't know what I was trying to look at. Oh, my wins. How many wins do I have? Is it 64? It is 64 wins. That we have the same amount of wins as we did the previous season. One more top 10, but 4 less top 5s, and our average finish is 6.1. So it is a little bit worse than our previous year, but it's not as big of a difference as one may think. So it's interesting. It definitely made it a little bit harder. I mean, I wouldn't say a little bit, a lot harder. But let's see, can we even do anything in team management? Is there anything else to look at here? Chassis is good. Engine, we could repair something. I guess number 8 is our weakest, but still hasn't been used. Number 9 is still good, even though we've used that before. It only went down 1% in power. Anything to change here? I mean, none of this really matters anymore. I guess number 8. Ooh, okay, it goes up a little bit. I'll overhaul that. $1 million, sure. Comebacks do happen. We have a 1 full point race lead. It's over. Newman's comeback. I can literally just not even show up to Homestead. That would be a freaking troll, just to simulate Homestead and then just end the series and end the stream like an hour early. That would be such a troll. But we're bringing our, I don't know if our absolute best, but we're going to bring number 8. That's technically, we've used that before. Number 9. Body, we'll go with Both these are the same. We'll go with number 8. 90 car rating. Do I want to use the Muppet car? JC did that before. I don't want to use exactly JC's car. You know what? For throwback's sake, we're going to use Bill Elliott's 2001 scheme. He's won here at Homestead in that car. Might as well just have it be fitting and use that. That's our Bill Elliott reference for today. That's going to make Ultimate Dragon happy. She's going to be like, I don't know what that is, but that's just the reaction I'm thinking of. We'll go number 8. Engine. That. Body. Both of you. We'll go number 8. Okay. 90 car rating. And just like that, we're at the finale. Weird to think we're here. It's been a year in the making with how long this has gone. Homestead be easy to win at? Maybe. I mean, it should, but it's hard to say. Now we just have to worry about Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson still. Jimmy Johnson's 18th. Kurt, as tradition, qualifies terrible. 28th. But Kurt always qualifies really good. Or finishes really good, so who knows. Let's do some practice laps. From what I remember when I was doing practice runs, it's pretty fast on the straights. I think our biggest strength is just going to be the raw pace it has on the straights. I think that's going to be where the majority of our passes are going to be made. Now, I remember last season, me and Kurt got 1-2. That would be insane for that to happen again, but I really doubt that type of magic's going to occur again, but he's got a 70-point lead on Jim. Like, he doesn't really have to do a whole lot to be ahead of him. Everyone sounds like a nerd would have said. Sometimes.
30-0.
Car feels fine. I really don't feel like there's any problems with it. Kind of know my braking zone's pretty good. The track map is funny just because it just looks like the old Homestead. I don't know, it looks like they use like the exact same track map as the previous game.
30-29. You lost some time on that lap. Let's get it back.
But Homestead, from what I remember, it's not super hard. I think it's going to take us maybe half the race to get up to the lead. So maybe around lap 30 or 40, potentially, we'll be in the lead, maybe. I don't know, I'm just kind of theorizing.
33. Awesome lap.
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. We're gonna get into this. For the last time in this career mode, at least of this season, we're gonna have MRN take it away. See what they gotta say, and hopefully it's a good one.
Welcome to the Homestead Miami Speedway for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Ford 400. This is a relatively new track on the NASCAR circuit. Tell us about it, Barney.
Well, you know, these drivers just started getting used to this track when the designers went and changed the layout. Going to be interesting to see how these drivers handle these changes, Joe. What a great way to end the year.
Johnny Benson won the Busch Series championship in 1995.
That championship was sandwiched between two Rookie of the Year awards. He won the Busch Series award in 1994, followed up his championship with Winston Cup rookie honors in 96.
The 43 car finds himself in a bit of a slump.
I believe they got a good chance to turn their luck around right here. These guys have been working extra hard this week, and I think it just may pay off for them in the end.
The Dodge dealer's UAW Dodge is currently at the top of the points list.
You know, I'll tell you, consistency is the key to the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship. If he can remain focused on that, he has a good shot at winning.
They actually acknowledged Johnny Benson. They didn't ignore him. And they talked about Fittipaldi and me. So, here we go.
Here's the starting lineup for the race.
I saw Tony Stewart alternate scheme, I think. Nope. It's another car that has Tony Stewart's Home Depot thing on it. Oh, I was just exclaiming joy because they mentioned Benson. So, that made me happy. And I was laughing at Fittipaldi. It's like, oh, you can turn the season around, but it's like right at the end of the year, and it's like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're having too much expectations for him. Hello, Evan. Lord knows his planes. That much I can confirm. He knows his planes. That 103 car. Oh, God, is that one of my rivals? Well, I guess in this race it really doesn't matter. Wasn't this the race like 1 year ago or 2 seasons ago where I wrecked Ricky Rudd? It was like the only time I ever retaliated against someone. Me and Ricky Rudd had a great rivalry. I remember that. But yeah, let's get into this. Jimmy Johnson, Pride car. He missed Trans Day by a few days, but you know he's trying to make up for it. But here we go. Yeah, there's another Home Depot car right behind him. That's what I was getting confused with. Alright, here we go. 66 laps. This is a reflective race. And I'm going to look at myself in the mirror. But yeah, this season has brought a lot of goose gaffs, laughs, ha-has, LOLs. The me and the Ricky Rudd rivalry was one I still think of. He was just a thorn in my side for many races. And retired being angry at me. What a bastard. That's that, and it's upsetting because I love Ricky Rudd, but in the video game land he made sure to be an absolute meanie face throughout the majority of it. I think this was the race too. I wrecked them, and it was a good time because I failed at it miserably because I don't really wreck people, and I'm really bad at it. So everything went wrong trying to do that. Also, Kurt went down to the bottom like a freaking absolute Chad. I respect that. What would it take for you to do season 5 at 100%? Oh, God. $360? $10 for each race? I don't know. I don't want to put that on anyone. I really don't feel like doing a 5th season. If I do want to do 100%, I think I would want to adjust the car or start off at default setup, but then throughout the race, if I want to choose to adjust the car, I can. That might be like a stipulation, but I really don't feel like doing a 5th season. If there ever is a 5th season, that's going to happen a couple years down the line or something, because I kind of just want to do different stuff. Thunder, the fantasy seasons will get me by for a few months, so who knows. Me and Kurt, I will say this, me and Kurt have moved up through the field. That's kind of cool. Considering I'm up to 20th in 6 laps, Again, thought that was going to take a little bit longer. Actually, kind of see the straightaway speeds is really our biggest strength. Maybe we can end this at like win number 65. So we can essentially just round it up to 70 if we really wanted to. I'm sure that's what Dale Earnhardt's doing. He just rounds it up to 80 wins. So basically, Jimmy Johnson and Dale Earnhardt are tied for wins because Jimmy has to round it down to 80. So they're essentially tied. So Jimmy Johnson started 20th. He has worked his way almost inside the top 10. That's concerning, or that's very alarming. He's getting passed by Harvick on the bottom, though, so that's like the only battle I'm like really emotionally interested in right now. Do a crew mode. I don't want to do anything with that anymore. Every driver as your rival that would basically make it like unplayable, like borderline unplayable. Well, because of all this battling, Jimmy's getting held up on the outside, which is good for me. Go Kurt. And we're going to get to 13. I will say, it turns really good. For as fast as we're going, the amount of straightaway speed we're carrying, it hooks up in the corners just as good. Turning Texas are over. Yeah, at this point, it might as well be. I mean, it can't get any worse. Well, then again, the road course package is kind of trash, so would it really be that big of an improvement to justify doing that to Texas? I don't know. I feel like it would have. Well, I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it. I was gonna say it would be cheaper just to reconfigure Texas to its, 2016 layout. Would that be cheaper than implementing a road course? I don't know. I don't know the schematics. I think Kurt's like right there with Jimmy. I think I see him in the mirror. Again, it's just like tradition. Kurt just qualifies terrible, but then in the race room he just gains like 20 spots. It's weird. Why would the crew chief ask what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with the car. What if we just gained like 2 spots at one corner? Oh, of course. Just could not end this season without the right side damage getting damaged. Right side damage. Right side of the car getting damaged. What was I? That didn't make any sense. at this point, we're sort of in a weird transitional phase with what I want to do with this channel, because after the season mode stuff, which, I mean, that should probably carry me throughout the rest of the year, I don't know what more else I want to do beyond that other than just wait for NASCAR 25 news and maybe make videos talking about that and occasionally stream, but I don't know. I'm just sort of content with where everything's at. I just want to get to 16,000 subscribers, which I'm like 61 away, I think, now. And if I can get that, then it's like I can, you know, not right off in the sunset, but I can retire semi. What the fuck am I saying? I can semi-retire in peace. So I've been stuck at 15.9 for what feels like years. I don't think it's been years, but it's maybe been about a year. I just need to win this race, just to put an exclamation point on the season, or just like an add like another like 18th exclamation point to the season. I just don't feel interested in the rival challenge. That's just a guaranteed of me being pissed off the whole time, and I'm kind of tired of playing something that pisses me off, or that is just gonna get me angry. I've done that for so long, dealing with the older, well, mainly like Heat 3 and then some other stuff with World of Battles. I'm just not interested in it anymore. Surprised no one's hitting yet. Usually they kind of start at lap 22, but I think their fuel efficiency or something's also gotten better along with mine, so I think they stay out longer, I guess. Maybe lap 25 is when they pit? I don't know, but we're pretty close. I mean, we're about 2 seconds back. Newman's just try-harding it up, but I know we're definitely a little bit faster. It's all going to come down to pit stops. We might, like, that's the other thing I cannot control is what the pit crew are going to do. Are we going to lose time or gain time from it? I don't know. It seems like we never gain time anymore. It's either we stay the same or lose time. That was a 10th, though. Another 2 tenths, I'll take that. Surprised they're still not pitting. I mean, we could probably go to lap 30. Okay, now people are pitting. All right. We're going to do the same. At 27. This will be a bit of an undercut. There we go. All right. Just I think we only have one more pit stop after this before the season ends. It's weird to think about. We're closing in that fast. Thought the Dodge logo looked like a jacket. Now see, that's funny because I never thought that. And yet I'm not going to call people crazy for it because I thought there's a face on the back of Johnny Benson's car. That was a slow stop. And Rusty beat me out of Piro. That's not comforting. And Tony Stewart. Oh yeah, I forgot they take the access road. We might gain time just because we're not using it, but the AI just... I can't even physically use it. I've tried to use it before, and they just run me over, so... I want to play fair, but like I legitimately can't. You know, one of these days, that's the first thing, if I ever see you, that's going to be what we're going to complain about the whole time. I would freaking bring a picture of it and say, this is a face. And you'd be like, no, it's not. And I would be like, uh-huh. And he's like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. And then we're going to go back and forth. That's the extent of what is going to happen. I mean, I can't do it any more justice. I drew it, and there's an eyeball on the spoke of the freaking fender that makes it look like an eye, and there's like lips. It's like a side angle of like, and that's what it is. So let me guess. We're not going to cycle out in much. I mean, maybe third. I mean, that's Bob Labonte's right there. So I guess maybe fourth or third.
The 27 car is entering the track ahead. Car inside. We're off the pace. Everything okay?
So somehow Rusty Wallace out of thin air just cycled out really good. And I don't know how.
37. Okay, buddy, we're faster than the leader. Let's get up there. Number 18 is outside. The 18 car is still there.
Actually, surprisingly,
Hold your line.
I thought we were going to lose a lot of time, but it looks like we didn't really lose anything.
Still there. Number 18 is coming high. Clear on both sides. That's as quick as you've been all day. 1 second, just 1 second back.
Oh yeah, Ultimate Drive's probably sitting over like, that looks like a pump balloon. I'm just like, yeah, giggly biggly bob to you too. I got a gaziggle bob. And you're like, well, I got a frickin' Huckleberry Finn. What? Oh no, I've gotten too tired.
This one's half over.
What was that other thought you had? Oh, I don't know. Was it the... Oh, when you make contact with Elliott Sadler, like the donut mark, it looks like a mustache on the M&M or something. Is that it?
Car is gaining on you.
Oh, yeah, it was. Okay, yeah. Yeah, when there's like contact on this on the left side of Elliot Sadler's car, it like matches up pretty closely to the green M&M's face. So it looks like it has a mustache. Not like a perfectly symmetrical mustache, but like a mustache that's like half off the face, like on the face. Also, we're gonna go for the race lead. Yay! Now we just need to build up a gap so our pit crew don't make us lose time potentially.
You're clear. 29.59. That speed will get us to the front. Keep it up.
Kermit the Frog me.
Number 12, down low. Lost the lead. All clear, buddy.
You know what the postman delivery logo that has like that looks like an eagle? I always used to thought that that was like a sweater. I used to think that was just like a sweater on the side. Oh god, I used to think it was a sweater.
Still there.
I don't know why I used to think it was a sweater. It just looks like a flying sweater. I don't know why I thought that. Oh my god.
30-13. Awesome lap. Hey, that's 5 more. NASCAR Winston Cup points for leading that lap.
A mustache on the green M&M. Well, when there's contact, not like just how it looks normally, but I mean when someone gets like a donut mark on the side of the car, it looks close like as if it's having a mustache.
30-17. Whoa, that was a quick lap.
That's what it reminds me of that. I'm so glad I have a wild imagination. You know what? I'm thankful for it. It made life as a child interesting, the way I can interpret things.
Got one eye. Still beside you. Keep digging. 30-12.
Take your vitamins. Shit, I forgot to do that today.
Number 161 is
I usually do that when I wake up. I didn't do it. Take your Flintstone vitamins. I used to take those. Those were great. Do they still make those? I would love to know. It seems like a lot of people remember it, so I guess I really wasn't the only one that would ever take those.
30-13. I want to see more of those laps. Good job. Got one outside. Hold your line. You're still there. Careful. Your right front tire's wearing down. Try another line or you won't last. Okay, we're clear.
I'm sure Ultimate Dragon's just really happy I'm driving this Bill Elliott car at Homestead. She's just like,
13.
that's my guy. What the fuck? What is that type of voice? What if it goes on Family Feud? Name something you thought you seen as a kid, but it turned out it was something inside. I was like, I'm gonna put up that picture in Thunder 03. I'm like, the face! Look at the frickin' face on the back of the car, and everybody's just looking at me like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's right there!
25. Attaboy. Keep it smooth just like that.
The face used to, it evolved from like the eye emoji, and then like lips, and then like another eye emoji. It went from that to now the face on Benson's car.
Run some more like that one. Number 171 is looking high. Clear all around.
That wasn't even close to my voice.
Got one down low.
Damn it, I gotta get better at voice impressions.
Off high.
Steve Harvey said, you're the only person that said Johnny Benson's face. Oh, yes.
30-12. You're looking great from where I'm sitting. How's the car feel? Number 02 is outside. The 02 car is still there. Number 02 is still there. The 02 car is still there. All clear, buddy.
I think the rest of the field's going to pit maybe around lap 50. I mean, we pit on lap 28, so we could probably go to lap 56, I'm assuming. I don't know what the AI are going to do, though. I feel like I would be the worst contestant ever, like on Wheel of Fortune or anything, because I get way too emotionally into it. And I get really angry. I feel like if I ever played, especially Jeopardy, Jeopardy would be just the entire, I would just not know any question. I would be so oblivious to everything. I would just get everything wrong, and then it would literally not be fun at all. It's gonna be like how, in like those, I don't know what you call it, but there was like quizzes or something to take, and you needed to pass it or something. I don't know if it was like it's not one of those like AR reading tests or anything, because you only get like one chance at those, but I was in like special ed class, and I needed to pass this certain test or something, and it would keep failing you and make you try it again. So instead of learning what the questions were, I just remembered the pattern of like which answer correlated with what number. Like if number one was like, number one's answer was B, I remember B, and then the question number two would be like C. So I would start remembering like B, C, D, D, A, B, B, C, and I would just I would keep failing it like so many times to the point where I would just remember the pattern. It would be like that. That's my reference. Oh God.
30-49. That was a great lap, buddy. Lap 50.
Well, we have the lead. We're in pretty good. I mean, I would be amazed if we still lose time even after all the cycling through, because we have such a nice, spicy gap on them.
30-35. Good lap.
I'm surprised they didn't try to short pit. Usually the AI would kind of short pit or do something. They're not really doing that. They're just doing it by the books, by the numbers, no alternate strats or pitting early. It's just very straightforward. I feel like if one had ever gotten Jeopardy, they'd specifically have to make it. They would have to, because I would not be able to contribute to anything in like the whole contested area.
30-59. That's what I'm talking about. Nice lap.
I wish I was on NASCAR Smarts when I was on Speed. Man, I was such a nerd with stat. Like, I would kill on that show. I would go to different tracks and I would dress up as different. I would be different people. I would put myself in disguises just so I have more opportunities to be on the show. I could have put to use my freaking my fake breast again. That would have came into handy. I just pretend I'm a fake woman. All right, we're pitting this time. We're low on fuel. Surprised nobody's pitting yet? I think, okay, some of them are starting to pit. The thing on the back of Johnny Best in 2002, happily scheme. I'll be like, bing! Like, I'll buzz. I'll be like, the face! It's a face! And you're like, eh. It's actually a gas can thing. 15-2. Pit crew, you did a flawless job there. I truly am thankful. You did a great job. There goes Ryan Newman down pit road, so we're gonna, well, never mind. I was gonna say back on lead lap, but someone else is still out there.
60, 65. Only 10 laps left. Couple top 5 cars are on their way into the pits.
Now, by all logic, we should cycle back on lead. Everything be fine. Fine. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
You're flying out there, buddy. Good job.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's Kyle Petty. I thought for a split second that was Kurt Busch. I was scared. Kyle Petty blew up. Just like Adam Petty's career. God, I did it again. Except he didn't really blow up, so the joke doesn't really work. I'm gonna abort that joke. Abort is in like the context of like aborting the mission, not like whatever disgusting thing you chat people are thinking of. Hey, well, no. No.
We're catching them, buddy. Stay with it. Got one down low. Okay, we're clear.
I think Bobby Labonte finally pitting lap 60. I guess that some of the AI can make it to 30. I wonder if we actually ever get the car to 100%. Would the AI only just make one pit stop here? Like, I don't know. It's interesting how long they lasted. Like, they start off at like, I remember they would use the pit lap like 22 and then 44. Now it's like almost 30 and 60, which is interesting. So where's Newman, dude? Like, did we cycle out ahead of him at some point? Okay, never mind. We're going to be in good shape. Back into lead we go with 4 laps remaining. Or 5 to go, as he said. What a journey. What a saga. Multiple seasons. 64 wins today. Technically it'll be 65 after this. And Ryan Newman second. fact, gained time. For the first time in a long time, we actually gained during a pit cycle.
Going inside.
That rarely ever happens, so I'm sort of impressed by that.
You're clear.
I agree. What if on a hot streak? We're gonna win 2 out of 3 races today.
35. You're looking great from where I'm sitting. How's the car feel?
How should Trebek compete in an actual race?
30-10. Good lap. Keep hitting those marks. 2 to go. Let's finish.
Oh, I never remembered that. Don't have a flat on the last lap now. Hi, KG. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I know I'm racing as Bill Elliott in this race, so that is possible. That is just such like the worst luck you could ever imagine. That was truly Bill Elliott's last chance to win, and it just got ruined in just the most saddest of ways, and the freakiest of ways. Bill Elliott randomly at the end of 2003 was just on a hot streak. He was winning. He was really good all of a sudden. Like right at the end, he was just knocking out like wins. Like it was just super competitive. It's funny how that turned out. But anyways, through 3 and 4, that's a dub. Nice casual dub. Winner of the freaking career mode, winner of the championship, winner of the race, winner of all things. Davey Kawicki tribute. I should have done it at Phoenix, but I didn't do it at Phoenix. I'm going to right the wrong of that somewhat. And we're going to do it here. I don't know what gear I'm in. I don't know what gear I'm in, but we're going to figure it out. I guess I was in 3rd gear there. But anyways, we're going to do everything we can to make sure Bill Elliott won here. Which apparently he was close to doing it 3 years in a row. And we'll get across the line, and we're gonna... Ow! Oh, it's okay. It's the finale. We can damage it. All right, I don't want to blow it up though.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
Well, that's good news for all these race teams because that can mean one thing: no major wrecks.
The Dodge dealers UAW Dodge never even got a scratch in this race.
Well, it's going to be a happy crew when they get back to the shop. They can immediately go to work on next week's car without having to worry about fixing anything from this race, and that makes for a much less stressful atmosphere.
I agree. We get 2 trophies. Couldn't have it go any better. It definitely took us a little bit to get the lead. It took us like 1 full green flag pit stop, so like it did take us about lap 30, so I was kind of right. Imagine you launch your sponsor after this race because you didn't meet qualifying expectations. Yeah, imagine what. I mean, it's not a shock. I mean, it's happened to Brett Moffitt in real life, so it can happen. It is possible. That's our 3rd championship. We're tied with Jimmy Johnson. I'm not saying that wrong because Jimmy was a full point season champion in 06, 09, and 13, so we're to go with that narrative. So we actually did not lead the most laps. Newman did. So just to cap it off for old time's sake, me and Newman tie in points, so he doesn't gain anything on me, and I don't gain anything on him. Bobby Labonte finishes 3rd. He ran pretty good. Mark Martin finished good. Rusty Walls, which that might be his last season. I don't know. But he ended out on a good note if he did. 5th place. Burton 7th. Harvick, Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth got 10th. Jimmy got 11th. And Kurt got 15th. Or 16th, actually. So Kurt gets 115. Jimmy gets 130. So that's official. Kurt is our 10th place person in points. He goes to the banquet. He does everything right. He beats Jim in the spiritual battle between me and Mooby, and I win, which is nothing new. Hooray. A lot of cars a lap down. I would have done maybe not as much as I think. Okay, never mind. Not as much as Rockingham, but Tony Stewart just 24th? Why? Why was he slow? He was just not fast. I don't know what happened to him. That's even more strange, unless he pit on lap 60 and he just destroyed his race by staying out. I don't know what happened to him. That's even more strange, but just odd. Cal Pay DNF'd. So, don't know what really to say about that other than Kurt top 10 in points by, 45 points over Jimmy. Kenseth had a good rebound there at the end, but obviously that DNF at Rockingham destroyed him. Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick started 24th. Jeff Burton 29th. That's also impressive. Same with Mark Martin, who was pretty far back. Look at this jumping 2 week. That's probably me. That feels like something I would do. Lord knows if I try to pick up something too heavy and drop it, that would be like one of the most embarrassing things. That almost happened to Bobby Labonte, funny enough. Oh God, that would have been. That would have been awkward. I didn't know we never had this unlocked. Unlock career fantasy drivers. I guess we just unlocked all of them. I didn't know that was a thing I did not have. That's our final points. 206. Dale Jr.'s 326. Bobby Labonte moves up to 4th at the last second. Tony Stewart choking right at the end of the season. Drops back to 5th. That much I know. Mark Martin 6th. Rusty 7th. Harvick 8th. Jeff Gordon weirdly 9th. I don't know why he's back there, but we got Kurt. That's the most important thing. Kurt is 10th in points. And I could not be any happier. 11.7 average finish to Jim's 12.1. I'm content. Man, it just really could not have gone any better with how that played out. Getting Kurt the freaking top 10 points. He was 18 points back and he rallied. He ran good at Phoenix. He ran good at Rockingham. Straight up ran good at Rockingham. Phoenix, we kind of had help with that, but I think Kurt was going to run really good there anyways, just based on how he was running earlier before that yellow, so I think he would have been good regardless. Johnny Benson still finishes ahead of Elliott Sadler in points, which is funny. And Jay McMurray. And how many people? Yeah, a lot of people run. Oh boy, 76. You're never gonna see those numbers again today. Lap sled. We had the picking up places. Not surprising there. So yeah, that's how it ends up. We ended up passing Dale Jr. there at the end, so we're second. Newman's first. Mark 6th. Rusty 7th. Bobby Labonte 8th place in that. And Harvick 10th. Terry Labonte 43, but I think he led all of those laps at Martinsville in that one race right at the end. Kurt Busch had 16 laps, led Marlin with 18. Jimmy Johnson was somewhere. Oh yeah, he's 10th. Okay. Johnny Benson led a lap at some point. Same with Jeff Green. Fittipaldi. Fantasy drivers were leading laps at some point. And with that, we're going to save our progress first, and then we can see what happens when we go to the next season, just to see what happens. But I think we looked at everything we wanted to with that area. Wins. That was our 65th career win. 18th win of the season, so we one upped it from the previous year. Upped it by 2 in the top 5s category, but top 10s were lacking 3. That's a 5.9 average finish, so 0.5 off of the previous season. But really, we ran almost 30 points off from the exact amount of points we ran or got the previous year, which if we just not DNF'd at Watkins Glen, where the whole field literally just like nuclear exploded, then we probably would have easily surpassed that. But Watkins Glen happened. And yeah. And we still got this Bill Elliott car, shockingly. We're going to lose it very quickly, though, because we're dropping that, like, 2 points a race or something. So we're definitely not going to have it for very long. Anything on chassis to really work on or repair? I guess number 8. Sure, we can overhaul that and get that better. Let's see. Could I even do anything here? I guess I could repair that. Overhaul it. Yeah. I'm surprised I reused the same number 9 engine and the power didn't even go down. That's kind of impressive. I'm a little bit. I'm definitely shocked by that. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. And now let's 3 races on the laser scanner, but we're not really coming back to this season. Yeah, they're just gonna be working for eternity. I'm gonna make them work on something that just they'll never come back to. Lord knows if I ever come back to this, I'm gonna forget. So it's just good to do that now. So past me will be thinking future me. Marlin retirement. It's possible. Let's see what happens when we hit new season, though. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh, we could get Tara Labonte as like a package sponsor. I like that. That's a possibility someday. I can't believe no one's replacing him. I'm not shocked about Rusty, though. Rusty retiring in 2006. 1 year off from what it was in real life, but he ended out the season, his career on a win. And ran at Homestead in 5th, so he had a good farewell season. Had a good top 10 points finish there at the end, because compared to the other years, he was like 15th, 16th, and 16th, so he actually ended out that season on a good note. And Tara Labonte with his magical Martinsville run, leading 43 laps and like legitimately almost being a championship or a race winner at one point. I was thinking he was going to win a race, but he gets to end it. At least he had one more good run in him. But yeah, David Green's replacing him. That's just gross. But Tara Labonte, there's no replacement. This is honestly probably the best case scenario if I ever do another season, because I could one day, in theory, get that package sponsor. These are good retirement picks. And that Tara Labonte one, that would be kind of hot to actually have. That might be like the next one up, because like since no one's replacing him, that means it's open for a package sponsor. That's how I got the Bill Elliott and Dale Jarrett one. So I'm okay with this. This turned out pretty nicely. I'm surprised how that first attempt, I didn't have to do like multiple different ones. No, we just got like a really, really good solid one, like immediately out of the gate. I would try to reload it and try to get both retirements out. The odds of that happening, I don't think that's going to happen. The odds of that are so low. This is such a perfect one right now. The odds of that happening, not only for both of them to retire, but have no replacements, the odds are so low. I don't want to be finagling with that. I'm just going to take with the cards I have, and I'm going to run with it. Because that is perfect. First try. That wasn't even trying to do that. It just organically happened. But Tara Labonte, 889 starts. The man, I think, ran more than that in real life. he ran part-time in like 2005 onwards. So I'm sure he had a lot more than 72 starts in the next like decade. So maybe not. Actually, I don't even know. I should look that up just to see, because I don't, either that's really close to the numbers Terrell Labonte actually ended out his career, like around the I think it was like 880 something. Wasn't it? Like, am I imagining this right? Oh my god, it's almost exact. It is almost exact. It is 1 year off. 890. 890. I was wrong. It is one race off. It is that close. That is kind of wild. That is shocking. This game almost predicted the exact amount of races. It was one race off. Wow. Good to note that he ran another 72 races after 2004. So that's kind of good to know. I never knew the exact amount. So he ran another 72 races for the next decade. Can't believe Terrell Labonte raced up until 2014. Same with Bobby Labonte, now I'm thinking about it. I also forget that Ricky Rudd ran 906 races. Like, good God. Can you imagine another, like, 10 years of Denny Hamlin to get to those numbers? Like, ew. I guess Kyle Busch would be, like, the next closest to actually get to that, but that's not going to happen. At least I don't think so. Just so proud of Rusty. He actually ended out on a solid season and got a win. So, no complaints there. We're going to continue. Do you want to change the settings? I really don't feel like doing 100% if I ever come back to this, though. Like, I really don't feel like doing that. We're just going to leave it at 25. Can I do custom seasons with this? No? Okay. Yeah, we're going to leave everything as is. Just like that, right? We're on to 2007. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Oh, I can't even add anything else to that. Why'd I save it as like its own file? I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know why I did that. I can't even save it again on something else. I just like screwed it up. Does that mean now that does that mean like I can't leave it to me to find a way to just to freaking end this out on a note. I messed something up on the freaking settings there. I don't know how I thought I could still save it under. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm tired, I guess, man. Ugh. Well, that's gonna do it for me. What a freaking career mode. I don't know. I think it's just naturally ran its course, and I'm okay with that. This is what, episode 70 of the series, I think. So I don't know. We're gonna go a full face game here so I can get everything situated, but rub your championship in Moose's face. I could, but it's not gonna. It's literally not gonna affect him at all. That's not something he can personally get attached to. But yeah, we're gonna get going. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enduring this series. It can finally at least be put to rest. That's the other thing I put off the check mark of just things I wanted to complete. But yeah, we're done. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in another video and stuff. Remember me, WhatiFRacing. I will. Yeah, it's the end of this series, at least. Unless I come back to it someday in the future, but I don't really want to come back to that anytime soon. But yeah, we're just gonna get going. I'll see you all another stream, another video. Thunder 03 is will be up tomorrow and all that. So I'm gonna take it easy. I think I still need more rest after Monday. So, but yeah. Either way, I'm done. I'll see you all in another video, and have a good night.